Dude, ground Jordan says 1v1 right now with no balls. You're gonna take that? Dude, ground Jordan says 1v1 right now with no balls. You're gonna take that? Dude, ground Jordan says 1v1 right now with no balls. You're gonna take that?
One, two, one, two, one, two, one, two, one, two. Turn cam on in a second. Give me some grace here, folks. Okay. Hold on. Let me switch tabs. All right. Welcome, everybody. Hope everyone can hear me. We got a stretch redeem. Okay, that's easy. Thank you, Adams. Okay, welcome, everyone. So, this is, I'm still on intro music. Hold on. Scuff count. Can we get a scuff count starting? We have one so far. One for the scuffed count. All right, welcome everybody to the inaugural ground.cord open. This is the alpha V1, so we're just kind of trying it out, see how it goes. But I'm looking forward to running a tournament today. And it is exactly 3 p.m. EST, so I'm ready to get this thing going. I don't have much to say. My name is Jordan. This tournament is brought to you by me. You know, I'll talk my shit later, but let's just get into it for now. If anybody wants to join the Discord, we could use some supervisors. But for now, I'll send the link to our competitors. So this is what we're looking at to start off with. We have the little playoff for the 32 seed before we get into the main tournament. So Arpon and Maddox are going to be playing first. I'll send this link to them.
Dude, Ground Jordan says 1v1 right now with no balls. You're gonna take that?
Yo, Gio, thank you very much for the follow. Appreciate it. Welcome, welcome. Okay, where's Arpon? Let's go. How's everyone doing? G Toaster? Yo, welcome, welcome, welcome. And where is Maddox? Can we get a Maddox check? Anybody mod, bro. Armani? Who was that? Alright, so yeah, the first match of the day is gonna be well, we can go over the tournament while we're waiting for players to come in. So this is the playoff for the 32nd seed. As you guys know, or may not know, we had a lot of people sign up. We had 36 signups. That's more than I can handle for a double elimination, so we switched it to single elimination. And the 5 lowest ranked competitors are playing for the 32nd seed in the tournament, where they will be playing MK. So best of luck to them. For efficiency's sake, we will be moving forward after every round, whether or not everyone shows up. So if there's a no-show, we'll go through every other game, and once the column has been run through, if that person still has not shown up for their game, they'll be automatically forfeiting, and the person there, the new bracket, yes, I can. There's been a couple adjustments, but besides that, it's pretty much the same.
Dude, Ground Jordan says 1v1 right now with no balls. You're gonna take that?
It's 10 p.m. for you. Don't give up. Are you last? Let me check. You are last. I understand that people are in different time zones, but the sign-ups page is public and everyone can see how many people signed up. I was clear that, at least it's not double elimination. But I don't want to make this take any longer than it needs to, so we're gonna give Maddox 30 more seconds to join, and if not, we will. Oh, thank you, Armani. I forgot to set up a bracket command, so we can get two on the scuff count so far. Ping him in Discord. Yeah, okay. How do I ping? That's 3 for the scuff count. I don't know how to ping anybody. Okay. How on earth do I ping somebody? Oh, okay. Oh, that just turned off my music. So it looks like Maddox is not currently online. I'll give them a quick second, but I thought ping was like a separate command or something. Because we're only in the playoff for the 32nd seed, I'm not going to waste any time and wait for people to come back. If Maddox doesn't show up right now, then we'll just move Arpon on because we don't have time. And it's the first tournament, so nobody can expect anything from me anyways. In which case, Arpon will be playing Steel YOLO. So I'll ping them as well.
Dude, Ground Jordan says 1v1 right now with no balls. You're gonna take that?
Thank you very much for the follow. Appreciate it. One more second while we wait to see if Maddox is showing up. I'll get my music back playing. Okay, so Maddox is not here, so we'll ping Steel YOLO and see if we can get our semifinal matchup ready for this 32 seed playoff. Okay, what else are we going to go over? So the settings for the tournament are 1v1.
Dude, Ground Jordan says 1v1 right now with no balls. You're going to take that?
Trees Eric, thank you very much for the follow. Settings are 1v1. This is a arbitrary real world map game. 30-second rounds. The multis go up by 0.1x. What else do I cover? Let's go indeed. I will send you. Oh no, sorry.
Dude, Ground Jordan says 1v1 right now with no balls. You're gonna take that?
Here's the link. Ground Jordan says 1v1 no balls. We are going to take that actually. And the 1v1 is our first matchup of the tournament because Maddox is forfeited, which is going to be Arpon versus Steely. Let me double check that we have all the settings. 30-second round. Game master, yep. Okay, everything's good. Folks, this is the first game of the tournament. Good luck to everybody. Yeah, I have nothing else to say. After this 32 seed, I'll make sure that people are broadcasting their... I'll ask people to share their screen in the Discord. That would be appreciated. Oui, je dépêche. Désolé. Shouldn't be moving.
Dude, Ground Jordan says 1v1 right now with no balls. You're gonna take that?
Okay, it is no move. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, screen share for main journey, please. If possible. Alright, we're gonna hop into this. I think we have about 10 or 12 for the scuff counter so far, so I'm not gonna delay any longer. We have what appears to be an Ireland, I would say. We have an Ireland guest from Steel YOLO. The master does as he pleases. That would be something I would have learned if I'd actually prepped properly, so thank you, Trees Eric. Alright. Steel YOLO taking round 1. Arpon close by in the UK. Can I get a volume check from anybody in chat? Can you guys hear me properly? Is anything too loud? Okay. We're looking at somewhere in Asia, I would say. I like Steely's Philippines guess. Arpon still deliberating. Volume seems good. Okay. Less health or higher multis. Okay. That's true. I'd be down to crank up the multis by 0.5 times for the main bracket. Alright. Steely is getting closer. I'm so glad that I did decide to do this one tournament before making it a constant thing, because I'm learning a lot, I'll put it that way. Appreciate all the feedback though. Yeah, I think I'll crank up the multi. Lower health. So what would you guys do? I would do like a 3,000. Steely again closer. We have what appears to be a... I don't recognize this car actually. We're driving on the right. We have Argentina guess from Steely. 4K health? Okay. I was considering 3K or 4K. That's easy to fix. Mexico guess from Arpon, and unfortunately for him, it is in Argentina. That's nearly game. Our first match is almost over. Steely's doing very well so far, but Arpon is still within range to come back. There is no round limit. Painting in the back. I mean the Kids See Ghosts poster. Thank you very much. Piss Body and Sherman indeed. Maybe start the round. Game Master. We have an Aus. Run in Australia. I would go QLD here, but we have a Southern S, I guess, from Arpon, and it is in Queensland. So that is GG, and Arpon is the first player eliminated. Steely will move on. This is still the playoff bracket though. If I up multis, 0.3. You like, yeah, I will definitely go with lowering health over Yo. Okay, so Arpon I will kick out, and Steely I will ask you to leave the lobby if you can. I want to kick you out. Okay, and our next matchup will be Ali Kareem versus Tuga Dark. So we will ping them in the Discord. Yeah, I think the
Dude, ground Jordan says 1v1 right now with no balls. You're gonna take that?
I think lowering the health is a better choice than upping the multi. I wanted to make it more skill based and less up to chance, so I'll do that for the main bracket. We're still waiting
Dude,
on
ground Jordan says 1v1 right now with no balls. You're gonna take that?
Yo, thank you, Quinn and Guy's Killer. We got a lot of other follows too. Don't give up. Shout out to everybody who's followed. Does anybody know if I kick somebody out? Yeah, they won't be able to join. So, okay.
Dude, ground Jordan says 1v1 right now with no balls. You're gonna take that?
Oh yeah, hit the settings. Okay. That's right. I just got this script, so I'm not used to that. We are waiting on Tuga. But if Tuga does not show up in the next few seconds, then I will have to give the default victory to Ali Kareem because we're not wasting any time in the 32 seed playoff. Is there anything else that I need to go over before we hit the main brackets? Lubeck, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Alright, so Tuga is not here yet. Unfortunately, that will qualify as a forfeit under the current circumstances. And Ali Kareem will move on. So we already have our qualifying match for the main bracket in the 32 seed, which is Steely Yolo versus Ali Kareem. I like cream. Cream is cool. Berries and cream. Okay. So just like this, we have our final match for the 32 seed. This person will be playing against MK. Whoever wins this in the next round. I'm ready to go though. We'll keep these settings for this very last match, but as of the 32 bracket, the main bracket, all these people will be playing on 4K health instead of 6K. And I will ask everybody playing to share their screen once again in the Discord. Okay, we're ready to go. So we have what appears to be a location in Europe here. UK guest from Steely. It would appear to be more Central European, which is the vibe that Ali Kareem seems to be getting. 3 seconds on the clock. Who's closer? It is Steely. Only one in the right country. That's going to be pretty hefty damage to start us off. Round 2. We have what appears to be Malaysia. You'll donate $1 million to the winner of this match. That is game-changing, Trees Eric. That's huge. I'll make sure to put you in contact with whoever wins. $1 million Venezuelan dollars? I think we would accept that. We would also accept 1 million Zimbabwean dollars. Alright, so it was just Borneo. Steely is slightly closer there. Taking a bit more damage off Ali Karim. Round 3. Here we go. I'm not too sure about this one. Definitely is Europe, but at least it feels like Europe. I could be wrong. We have a NA Zoom from Steely. As the round finishes, we have a nearly perfect guess from Steely, and that is game. Correctly guessing in Manitoba. Good stuff. All right, and just like that, Steely has qualified for the 32nd seed in our bracket. Steely might be the GOAT after what we just witnessed. Okay. Hydrate, got you. All right, we have our first match. Let me just update this. We have our first match of the 32 bracket, which will be MK versus Steeliolo. I'm not going to waste any more time, folks. Let's get straight to it. I'm going to lower the health to 4K. And can we just confirm that both players are screen sharing in the red and blue? Karake. W flag, thank you. All right. Thank you, MK. And Steely, whenever you're ready, feel free to share your screen. Thank you very much. I won't necessarily be there to spectate the whole thing, but I will have people coming in periodically, so I expect that of everybody moving forward. Thank you very much. And we'll get going. Round 1. I believe we're back in Europe. Hard to tell, but we'll see what the players are feeling here. We have a US guess from MK, which is dead on. Getting the right state, actually. And just like that, MK has won the game. If anybody wanted to confirm, okay, thank you, Trees Eric. Yeah, if anybody in chat or in the Discord wants to supervise, I would appreciate that. But yeah, MK taking game 1 there. So we'll move right into game 2, which will be Knowledge versus Joey Spielt. And GG's to Steely and MK. Steely can exit whenever they want. Knowledge and Joey Spielt. Kick MK out now that I know that I can bring people back in. You'll personally be supervising MK person. I appreciate that. Thank you very much, Palby. Arpon, thank you for the raid. GG's. Thank you very much for participating. And I'm excited to see how you do in future tournaments. Shout out to Arpon. I'll actually... Huge one. Okay. We're going to give Knowledge a couple more seconds. But if not, we'll be moving on to our next game, which is Bury the Bee versus Myron. So let me just check our lobby here. And we have no sign of Knowledge. So I'm going to ping Bury the Bee and Myron in this case. Bury, I believe, is already ready to go. So we're going to ping Myron. Arpon, don't be embarrassed. We had a big skill discrepancy between top heavy and there was no it was a completely open tournament, so anybody could have signed up. The only thing is Myron eating. Okay. Yeah, Joey, we will we'll skip for now because Knowledge hasn't shown up. And if Knowledge doesn't show up before the end of round 1, you will get a default buy into round 2. I'm so dead. Okay. We'll skip Barry and Myron's game as well, and we'll go right into Vehicle Ronald versus Creepy U. Myron is coming. It's okay. We'll see who comes in the lobby. Oh, was Myron there? Okay. We're not skipping that game. We'll just come back to it at the end of round 1. So I just need to make sure everything's moving quickly, that's all. So we'll come back to that. So Creepy U and Vehicle Ronald are ready to go. So we will run that game now. Thank you very much, Arpon, again for the raid. And GG's. Nothing to be disappointed in today. the first of many tournaments anyways. Get the round going. Oh, it's a reasonable sentiment. If I entered a tournament and I lost first round, I would be not overjoyed as well. But you have to put everything in perspective. And as long as you play well, doesn't matter how your opponent does. If you make guesses you're proud of, that's all that matters. Okay, we have two guesses in the same mountain range, the Pyrenees. Villarano is getting the right country, which is Andorra. We'll hop into the next round. I definitely am looking forward to this game. Agreed, Trezarek. We have a potentially Balkan round. I'm getting Croatian guess immediately from Villarano with the Alpha Zoom and Instasend. Pretty based. We'll see what Creepy U does. Also sending in Croatia. And we are just on the Bosnian border there. In Croatia, Villarano again, closer, slightly. Get into round 3 here. Bosnia hedge, pretty based. Will actually be a valid guess in hopefully a few months when we get official Bosnia coverage. We have an insta guess in Czechia by Villarano here. Creepy U taking his time. Looking at his options, both sending Czechia eventually, and Villarano once again slightly closer. Taking a bit of damage, or handing out a bit of damage. Coming into round 4. Ronald taking a couple more seconds than usual, but still sending pretty quickly. Creepy U. Taking a look. Pondering. Deciding. Hedging, potentially. Ooh, Creepy U. Closer in Java. Although the round wasn't Kalimantan. Would have been a good guess in the water there as well. And Ronald taking his first damage of the game. Welcome, Zaki boy. Good to see you here. I keep forgetting to start the rounds. Not a good look. What is the streamer doing? Clueless. We have a rush round. Ronald with the absolute instant.
You think my money was Irish? Look at the way it's doubling.
Oh, Arpon with the... Holy cow. Ronald closer in Russia. Creepy you guessing in Bulgaria. And that will be game, folks. It was a pretty, I would say, even, a relatively fairly matched game up until that last round there. Ronald getting his own country correct. And he will take that game. GG's to Creepy U and Vehicle Ronald. Alright, our next game is Adams and Geo Tyler. Unless... Yeah, very unlucky to get Russia, I agree. Actually, I'm not going to say unless Myron is ready. We're gonna do a simple Adams is here. We're gonna do a simple top to bottom and then come back for anybody we missed. I can't be playing that. That's copyright music, and I want to post this VOD later, so I'm gonna search up different music.
Dude, Ground Jordan says 1v1 right now with no balls. You're gonna take that?
Yo, thank you very much for the follow, Orin. Okay, we are waiting on Geo Tyler. Adams is here.
Future Parker, if you're seeing this, I really hope you're doing well. so physically healthy, and hopefully you're doing what you want to do and not what anybody else tells you to do. Because, fuck.
Geo Tyler may or may not be awake. We're not sure. But I'm giving him a couple more seconds, and if he doesn't enter, we'll move on to the next game, which will be Richie versus Chumley. I appreciate you showing up, Adams. We will come back for your game. And if Geo Tyler does not show up for a second time, you'll be moving on by default. Now we're waiting on both Richie and Chumley. Richie's in the lobby. Appreciate that. We are waiting on Chumley, which might be a fool's errand. I'm not gonna lie to you folks. The UK brovs are doing us dirty at this moment. Gonna give Chumley a couple more seconds to show up, and if not, we'll be moving on to our next matchup, which is Shachovi Mentor versus Gai's Killer. All right, and in that case, oh, okay. Rosalak, I see. Rosalak followed not too long ago. Myron, no worries.
Dude, Ground Jordan says 1v1 right now with no balls. You're gonna take that?
Appreciate the follow. Chumley's not here, so Richie, you can leave the lobby for now if you want. And Gai's Killer, we're waiting on. Oops, that's in the wrong spot. Appreciate your patience, everyone, while we wait for our next matchup. Good to see Myron is here, so you won't be forfeiting your first round match. Okay, they're both here. Wonderful. Now we can get our next match started. This is the 7th potential match of the round 1 of the tournament. And we'll get going. Can we first get confirmation that both are showing their screen? Rosalak is showing screen. Gai's Killer, can you show your screen in the blue channel, please, if possible? Good luck to Guys Killer. Good luck to Rosalak. A lot of people in the red lobby, but unfortunately, no screen share yet from Guys Killer. Okay, I don't have any time to waste, so we'll move forward. But Guys Killer, for future reference, please share your screen. Would appreciate it if possible. Round 1 here. We're looking at, I would say, the British Isles. I could be wrong. We'll see what our players do. We have an Italian guest, 2 Italian guesses actually. Thank God I'm not competing in this tournament. I would have been cooked. Okay, it was just Italy. GG's. Next round, looking at potentially Brazil, I would say. Could be wrong though. And we do indeed have a Brazil guest here from Rosalak. Guys Killer taking his time. Also in Brazil. And it was actually in Minas Gerais. Guys Killer doing some decent damage there. Next round. Good call out from Trees Eric there. We're looking at somewhere in Asia. I would say Philly or Indo. I'm not sure about the driving side though, so I could be wrong. Or right, who knows. We have a Shri guess here from Guys Killer. Also, if anybody in chat or anybody competing, if I'm not pronouncing your name correctly, feel free to correct me anytime. But so far I haven't gotten any feedback, so I assume I'm right.
Dude, Ground Jordan says 1v1 right now with no balls. You're gonna take that?
Thank you very much for the follow. And Rosalak is slightly closer in Sri Lanka. Next round, we are in round 4. We have what appears to be New Mexico, Arizona, somewhere in the southwest United States. We are getting a 4-corner zoom and plonk from Rosalak, which is pretty based, I would say. Southeast Utah, from call it from Armani. And a Texas guess from Guys Killer. It is actually very close to the 4 corners in Northeast Arizona. And Rosalak with a great guess there. Coming into round 5. I just want to say thank you to everybody watching. It means a lot that people are coming out and supporting my efforts to give back to the community. It means a lot. Round 5, we have a France guess, Southern France from Rosalak. Guys Killer going on the Iberian Peninsula, potentially in Portugal. 7 seconds left. Switching to a North Portugal, and it is indeed in South France, near the Mediterranean coast, actually. And that will be game. Rosalak takes it. GG's to both our participants there. Well played. And Rosalak will take that 1-0. Which gives us our next matchup, which is Armani versus Yoav. So I assume Armani's already watching. Armani, feel free to join the lobby. And screen share if you can. And then Yoav. Yoav, okay, perfect. Thank you very much. And feel free to screen share. Appreciate everybody who's showing up punctually for their matches. Means a lot. That's no shade to anybody who isn't. I'm just saying. Okay, there we go. And we are good to go. Thank you to both players sharing their screen. All right, let's get it going. Armani versus Yoav, round 1. Not quite sure where this is. We have a zoom into the Balkan area on Armani's side. Potentially a South America question mark. And it was indeed in Spain. So Yoav guessing on in the Balearic Islands there takes a decent chunk of health off of Armani. Going into round 2 here. I'm just watching from Yoav's perspective. Armani getting almost bang on there. Into round 3. Armani guessing pretty quickly. Let's see what we get here from Yoav. Get a Cape guess on the coast, and it is indeed closer. Taking another big chunk of health. We'll go again. Coming into round 4. Yoav has taken quite the lead so far in this game. We'll see what he goes with. This looks like, Asia, maybe Philippine, or it could be South America to me. Not quite sure. And it is on the island of Java, it appears. So both players are, I would say, equidistant, just about. Coming into round 5. It's frozen. Okay. I guess I'll have to stay in Game Master mode because I was trying to spectate and it wasn't showing up on stream. Yeah, thank you for the feedback. Appreciate that. We have a Lithuanian guess from Armani. Armani getting the right country there in Lithuania. And that is game. He takes it. Hard to say it's merchanting because I lowered the multis enough, so I would say just a flat out good guess there from Armani. GG's to Yoav. And that is that match over. Armani's up into the second round. Next matchup, we have Gio versus Raul. I'll ping both the players there. Knowledge is actually now back active, so we will be they'll ensure that they get to play their match in round 1. Who are we waiting on? Gio and Raul. Double check our lobby here. Nope, nobody's in yet, so I'll ping them. Waiting on it's freezing. Oh yeah, sorry. Raul's in the lobby. We're currently waiting on Gio, who's typing in the Discord. Oh, Gio is in a duel currently. How unfortunate. Okay, no, never mind, they're here. I misspoke. I don't want to leak anything. We're good to go then. So we're halfway through our bracket. Kind of, actually. We skipped a couple games, so we're not quite halfway yet, actually, but we'll get this one going. Try and speed it up.
They feel real while we're in them, right? It's only when we wake up that we realize something was actually strange.
First round Kenya here.
Question, you never really...
Not expecting too much damage to be dealt in this round one. First round Geo, bang on in the right national park. Good guess. We'll go into our round 2 here. Both players guessing in the Midwest, I would say. And it is indeed in Iowa. Geo in the right state there. Taking another good bit of damage off Raul. Go straight into round 3. Welcome Zone and 8UDP. Good to see you guys here. We have a Brittany guess here from Geo. Where's Raul going to go with 5 seconds on the clock? Oh, it is basically in between Brittany and the Cotentin Peninsula. Geo again, somewhat closer. Taking some more damage. Flawlessing so far. And some copy pasta as well. 8U, if you haven't noticed, this is not the GeoGuessr chat. So I would kindly decline your copy pastas. If you ! Discord, you can post them in general. If you need an outlet to let out your copy pastas, but it's not my thing.
Dude, Ground Jordan says 1v1 right now with no balls. You're gonna take that?
RG1, appreciate the follow. Thank you very much. Thanks for relenting. Appreciate it. I'm not saying I would ban you if you did post them. I'm just saying it's not my preference. We have a Southern India guess here from Geo. 4 seconds on the clock. Where is Raul gonna go? We have a Cambo guess. This would be big. And Geo, bang on in Kerala. What looks like. Nope, just the southern end of Karnataka. Taking the game. GG's to Geo and Raul. Well played.
Dude, Ground Jordan says 1v1 right now with no balls. You're gonna take that?
Thank you very much for the follow, Baldock. Next match, we have Lubeck versus Samuel. Lubeck already in. Appreciate the punctuality. It's massive. And where is Samuel? we'll give Samuel a few more seconds. See if they want to join, if they're available right now, and if not, we'll circle back to that match. Zone, good to see that you're in chat because you would be next up, so prepare to enter the lobby if we don't hear from Samuel right now. All right. That'll be it. So, Lubeck, thank you for being punctual, but we'll circle back to your match, and Kyle B and Zone will now enter the lobby. Adams and Lubeck, if you guys are chilling and want to supervise, I'll take one of you guys in the blue channel because I can't actually watch and be game master at the same time without stream crashing. So Kyle B in the lobby. Where's Zone at? Terribly unfortunate misspell there from RLH. Kyle B wants to 2v2 Samuel and Zone with Lubeck. Maybe that would be a good idea if we ran a different tournament, but today that's not on the table, unfortunately, boss. Zone, it's your turn. You're up. You want to hop in the lobby? Compete, maybe?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, thank you. Okay, that sounds good. I love you too, bro. You as well. See you, man.
Oh, sorry, Kyle. I kicked you out. That's because Lubeck was there. I got confused. Sorry, one sec. Just hop back in for me. My bad. Yeah, I did kick you. That was my silly mistake. I just unbanned you. Please join again so we can get this game going. Thank you very much. All right, we'll get right into round one. No delay. Treezeric asked, what inspired you to do this tourney? Well, I've been very uplifted. I've been feeling very uplifted and inspired by the Geo community in general. And while I was consuming and partaking in it, I wasn't really leading anything or offering anything in return. So I decided once I got some resources, which is my Twitch check, I figured I'd reinvest that in a prize pool and run a tournament. If that manifests differently in terms of giving back to the community later, then that's what it is. But for now, I figured that's the best way to do it. We have a guest in northern Sweden. Finland, from Kyle B, closer. Zone not too far away though. Geo, it might take 6 hours. It would take less time if everybody showed up to their games. So I still have hope, but you know, I don't mind some people no showing. That would definitely speed things up. I'll definitely keep the round limit lower for future tournaments, or I'll make a max number of people allowed in the bracket. Zone, the incredible guest on the right island in Sumba in Indonesia, eliminated Kyle B, and that game was over in 2 rounds, just like that. We have our first upset performance, I would say, from Zone. GG's. Next up we have Tableau and Treezeric. Treezeric, feel free to enter the lobby whenever you want. And Tableau, I haven't heard from them since they signed up, but Zone, you had a great guess. Nothing to be ashamed of. And unlucky for Kyle, but Kyle's a talented player, and I'm sure that he'll have many more games, many more good games in the future. GG's. Okay, both our players are here. Thank you very much, everybody, for being punctual. We'll get started right away. Round 1 here. I would say we are in Romania, maybe Hungary, somewhere in Europe for sure. You've been playing Indo for the past hour, well, that's very convenient. We have a Croatia guest here from Tablu. Trezarek is in Bulgaria, switching to Hungary. I definitely resonate with both their guesses in this case. And who's closer? It is Tablu. Bang on in Croatia. Good guess. Go straight to the next round. Thank you to Lubeck and Adams for watching. Tablu going straight into Ireland. Trezarek still deliberating, not quite sure. Definitely hovering over the British Isles. Also in Ireland, in the northern side though, and it is Southern Ireland, just inside of Cork County. Quick shout out to Finbar, the goat. Indo Luzon, what a devastating 50-50. Understandable though. All right, next round we're in potentially the UK, the British Isles again, back to back. We have a England guest from Trezarek, up kind of northish, and Tablu. I couldn't see the guess. Oh, it was in France. Tablu closer in Belgium. G. Go next. We have what appears to be South Africa here, with the chevrons and the yellow outers. Trezarek zooming in closer to Botswana, as well as Tablu going almost max north. Who's going to be closer? It is Trezarek. We're almost at the tri-point on the border between Eswatini, Mozambique, and South Africa. So far, a relatively even match. We'll see where we are here. We have a flooded world location, if I do say so myself. Shout out to CG. Tablu immediately zooming into Chile, as well as Trezarek.
Years of kind of being alone a little bit.
Somewhat more southern guess from Tablu.
Find myself to blame and find to just hate about everything. I've found reasons to love.
Chile potentially dealing a decent bit of damage, and it is near Santiago. They're getting closer there, taking the lead for the first time in this match. We are going into round 6. We'll get started right away. Here we have left-hand drive, which leads me to think we're in Indo here, or Malay, could be. We have a Sumatra guest from Eric and a Kali guest from Tablu. Eric might... Oh, now they're both in Kalimantan. Similar areas. Won't be too much damage dealt here.
Dude, Ground Jordan says 1v1 right now with no balls. You're gonna take that?
Thank you very much for the follow. And Tableau, much closer in south. Nope, that is East Kalimantan. Round 7. Here we go. Looking at most likely a U.S. round, I would say. I guess in West Virginia, Kentucky from Trizeric here. Tableau, more in the northeast. And it is just basically the thinnest point of Maryland, with Trizeric getting a bit closer there. Again, this match has been pretty even so far. I believe we're looking at a Senegal round here. Could be wrong. Both players zooms. Confirming like... Oh, no, we have a Kenya guess potentially here from Eric. And a Senegal guess. This would be game. Nope. The last minute switch from Eric. And they're both in Senegal. Relatively similar areas. But Tableau is closer. Another bit of damage dealt there. Going into round 9. I believe we have our longest match of the tournament so far. Thank God I switched to 4K health. Thank you very much for the shout. Whoever suggested that. I would give credit if I could find the message, but might have been Barry. Might have been Eric. It was a good shout. We have a Norway guess here. Southern Norway from Tableau. And a much further north. Tableau. Right on. And that'll be game. GG's, Tableau, and Trizeric. Tableau moving on to round 2. That brings us to our next match, which is Pav versus Sword Slicer. Pav is already in the lobby. Thank you very much. Sword Slicer as well. Holy cow. Look how smooth we are. Appreciate the punctuality. We'll get right into it. So we have potentially a... it's actually hard for me to tell here. Not too sure. Is it South America? A Brazil guess here from Sword Slicer. That's what I was thinking about, but the dirt is not red enough. Not too sure about this one. And it is North Arch. Pav getting a fair bit closer there. Sword Slicer taking some damage. Go into round 2. I'm not too sure what these bollards are. Just in the middle of the road here, if they are bollards at all. It's giving me a northern France vibe, maybe. We have a Belgium guess here from Pav. Makes sense. Some support for Sword Slicer in the chat. Love to see it. He's going Denmark here. That's a reasonable guess as well, I'd say. I can definitely see that. Landscape-wise, for sure. And it is in the Netherlands. Pav is closer. It's not enough damage. Sword Slicer in a bit of distress. Into round 3 here. We have potentially another South American round. Could just be the US though, if you ask Sword Slicer. According to both of them actually. Alabama guess, Georgia guess, in the similar areas of the country. I was last minute switched to Alabama as well. So we won't see too much of a discrepancy in points here. It is just Georgia. They're both one state off. Sword Slicer dealing his first damage of the whole game. Coming into round 4, we have some particular ballots here. Would lead me to believe we're in either the country of Czechia or Slovakia. But which one? We have a Slovakia zoom in here from Pav. He's going near Košice. Locks it in. Where is Sword Slicer going to go? Not too sure. He's going to hedge in between them on the border. That's a safe place. Hopefully. We'll see. Oh, it is Max East Slovakia. And that's another bit of damage. Sword Slicer's on the ropes. Can he fight back? We'll see. Coming into round 5. It's not over until it's over, folks. I find it a bit ironic that a player named Don't Give Up is asking about rooting for underdogs. But I encourage the support. Love to see it in the chat. Shout out to Arpon as well as Sword Slicer. Pav locking in. East tie. Sword Slicer very close by. And it is Pav edging out just slightly in Thailand there. Round 6. Keep it going. We have a Kenya or Uganda. Kenya guess here from Pav. Sword Slicer. Taking his time. Measuring his guess. It's going to go near Nakuru. Pav slightly closer to the lake. And it is near Nairobi. Sword Slicer taking another bit of damage off Pav. Coming into round 7 now. Another slightly longer match than most of them have been so far this tournament. My first thought here was Brazil, but Nigeria makes sense as well. Both players just going for an Abuja guess, basically. And Sword Slicer, once again, somewhat closer. We're on round 8 now. We're going to be in, presumably, Australia here. I think those ballers would confirm. We have a Queensland guest here from Pav. Sword Slicer taking his time. Both players in similar areas. Sword Slicer once again slightly closer. This time doing 661 points of damage. Slowly mounting a comeback. Will he continue it and follow through on his momentum, or will the match be over in this round? We'll see. We're looking at a double concrete road. I'm not too sure where we are. Could be Philly. Could be Indo, I suppose. I like Philly though. Sword Slicer is zooming into Philly as well as Pav.
Breathe in, breathe out.
They have different regions for their guests, so this could be game here. A lose-on guess from Pav and a more central guess from Sword Slicer. And it is just Bacolod on the island of Negros. And Sword Slicer once again closer. Or is it Negros? I won't dwell on that. Going into round 10 here. Load up your skulls in the chat, guys. We are in Brazil. Both players not quite too sure where it is. We do get similar guesses for now, though, in Southern Goiás on the border with MGDS.
Hope you're mentally healthy and that you're also physically healthy.
And Sword Slicer once again closer. Despite his shaky start, he's definitely gaining some momentum here. And I believe we have our longest match of the tournament again. Coming into round 11. This is a Russia or a Baltic round. We have an instant zoom into Latvia on the border with Estonia now. From Pav. Sword Slicer potentially going Lithuania here. No, switches to Latvia. Pav looking at South Estonia. Get a central Latvia from Sword Slicer. Heads north of Latvia in the water. I think that would be based in the Gulf of Riga, is it? And it is just Russia. Both players considerably further away. Sword Slicer remains in the game. Hanging on by the skin of his teeth, some might say. Coming into round 12 now. We had some concern from Pav in the chat that the game was going too slowly, and now bro is immersed in the longest match of the whole tournament. How unlucky. Crazy game. Sword Slicer doing his best to stay in it. Pav here to try to close it out. We have a Sula guess from Pav and a North Sula from Sword Slicer. They're just about equidistant. Who's closer? Pav is barely closer. Wow, folks, this is a crazy one. Coming into round 13 here. Indo, lucky for sword. Or is it scripted? No, I'm kidding. Somewhere in Europe here. Hard to tell, actually. I thought about France and Belgium, and Pav is zooming in that area as well. So with Sword Slicer, he's going south of Dijon. Pav is a bit more north. This could definitely be game. There's quite a discrepancy at this point. Especially with the multi, and it is in Czechia. Pav, just barely closer. That'll be game. And despite the round length and the attempted comeback by Sword Slicer, Pav does close it out. So GG's to both of them. The closest match of the whole tournament so far, I would say. And very entertaining too, might I add. Alright, now for our next match, we have Niels versus RLH. GG's to Sword Slicer there, and Pav. Pretty good showing for both of those players. RLH is already in the lobby, appreciate it. Where is Niels? Where is our Dutch representation in the lobby? Double check. Oh, Niels is here. Okay. Sorry about that. Thank you for showing up on time. Appreciate it. We'll get started right away. Sword Slicer, very good showing. You definitely held your own, and you've nothing to be disappointed in. Very worthy performance. Alright, we're getting started in South Africa here. Or Lesotho, rather. Pardon me. Niels locking in pretty much instantly. RLH just outside on the border in South Africa. Both players very similar locations. They're just about there. And Niels doing a tad bit of damage to start us off. Round 2 here. No worries, man. Actually, I'll give a shout out to Sword Slicer, because he streams on Twitch. Next tournament, I'll make sure to set up all the shoutouts beforehand, but y'all gonna have to forgive me. This is my first time. So we have Poland guest here from RLH. Niels is in Hungary, I suppose, and the location is actually in Russia. What do you know? We'll get started on the third round here. We have a white car in Asia. First instinct would be to say Malaysia, but this could be Indo as well. We have a Java guess from RLH, and a Sula Plonk from Niels. No one's committed yet. RLH is now committed in Java, and Niels might be staying where he is too. A little bit of a switch to the water, but it is on Sulawesi, and Niels will be closer. Bang. Round 4 here. Looks like with a double white. I'm not too sure, but it's definitely in Europe somewhere. Greece was the first country I thought of as well, but it doesn't seem like a typical Greece for me. So,
Dude, Ground Jordan says 1v1 right now with no balls. You're gonna take that?
we are going to take that. Thank you for the follow. And Niels is again closer. It's just north of Thessaloniki there. Very based hedge there from RLH, I would say. So, taking a risk. Love to see it. Round 5. We got double yellow line. In what could be Asia. Could be South America. We have a Mexico guess here from RLH. I'm going to avoid calling out too often here because the majority of the players in this tournament are better than me. But hopefully it's entertaining. That's all that matters. 2 Mexico guesses, actually. And they're both almost on top of each other, while the actual location is in Yucatan. GG's. We'll go into round 6 here. We have some very underfed cows in what would be Senegal, I suppose. RLH on the border. Not too sure where exactly he's locked. And Niels south. It is just in between Tis and Tuba. And Niels is again closer. RLH taking a bit more damage. We go into round 7 here. We have probably relatively distinct pole here. Not too sure about it. RLH thinks he's identified it right away. Both of them have. It's an Ecuador pole, I suppose. And Niels is once again a bit closer. We'll get straight into round 8 here. Both zooming in almost immediately into Peru in similar areas, I would say. Halfway between Lima and the border with Brazil. RLH looking at roads potentially. This is the first time in the tournament we've had somebody scanning for roads, I believe. Could be wrong. East of Lima, call out from Armani. And it is essentially. RLH slightly closer there, dealing another bit of damage to Niels. Coming into round 9, we have a car visible. Might be a helpful clue for our players. They do agree that it's Guatemala. Both guessing near the capital. Won't see anything too life-changing here. And I believe Niels was scanning this exact area. Unfortunate that he didn't guess there. I could even say unlucky. Round 10 here. If this was the World Cup, this would be the final round of the match. But I am not a draconian tyrannical leader. Just kidding. Either way, the game doesn't stop here. Niels, again, taking some damage off of RLH, and we're moving into round 11. Well, what appears to be a... Well, I don't want to make a call out here. I'm debating between 2 different continents, so I'll let the players speak for themselves. Monty. We have a Kosovo guess here from Niels, pretty based. Going right on the border. and it is in NMK. Stuck to Kosovo. I mean, that's probably the most base guess of the whole game so far. Going into round 12 here. RLH on the ropes now. See if they can hold on. Round 12. Insta zoom and a plonk from RLH. A bit of a space plonk there, it appears. Niels also going in Java. Holy cow. That was Max North Bangladesh. Sort of. And both players considerably far away. Middle hedge Kosovo and you win there. I see the vision, Lubeck. We have a Alabama guess instantly from Niels. RLH is still deliberating. Considerable blur on the left-hand side of the pano here. Tallahassee guess from RLH. And it is North Carolina. RLH somewhat closer there, taking some damage off of Niels. Or some health, I should say. Start the round. We're in round 14, folks. I think this is the new longest match. Could be wrong, though. We have a Northern Arge zoom in here from RLH and a guess. Niels in similar area. Both somewhat close to Rosario. Shout out to the GOAT, Messi. Niels, closer. And that'll be game. GG's, RLH, and Niels. All right. Our next match will be Yannick versus RG1. We'll wait for both players to join the lobby. RG1 is in the lobby, waiting on Yannick. Yannick is in the Discord, so should be good to go. Perfect. Thanks everybody for being punctual. Appreciate it. Good luck, good luck. And here we go. Gio, appreciate the feedback. Means a lot. Thank you. 14 rounds is nothing on the one rounder coming in your game. Holy, quite the prediction from Lubeck here. Lubeck is anxious to play. RG1 going near Astrakhan on the Caspian Sea, and we have a more northern guess on the Kazakh border here from Yannick. And it is indeed on the Kazakh border near Kostanay or Chelyabinsk. Yannick with a great guess, taking a lot of damage off RG1. Go to round 2. Little one Chumley's in the bracket because he signed up. He is free to forfeit his game if he wants. It would be a very charitable act. But two Tunisia guesses here from both of our players. I believe they're in different areas of the country. It's hard to tell. Yannick is going relatively south here, and it is just Sfax. So that was a good guess from him. RG1 going a bit more north, taking some damage there. He's on holiday in Italy. Well, maybe bro is just committed to the waffle, in which case he can give up his round 1 match to his opponent. I'm sure they would appreciate it. Appreciate the lurk, little one. Thank you very much. Thanks for stopping by. Round 3, we have a very remote location here, I would say. A dirt road somewhere between Colombia and Kenya, according to our participants here. I mean, this is the most... Yeah. Yannick is a bit closer in Colombia, and that is game, but neither player is getting the country right, and they're both over 1,000 kilometers away. So GG's to Yannick. He will take this one. Last, the end of the... I can't even say the last match of round 1 because we have to circle back on like 5 different people, but Don't Give Up versus Alori here at the bottom end of round 1. Don't Give Up was in chat earlier, so hopefully they'll be in the lobby. Perfect, thank you very much. Just gonna unban Yannick, and we'll get it going. Need to sleep, Don't Give Up? That is a bit antithetical to your username, boss. Sorry to tell you. Oh, we had some callouts from Armani that I missed.
Well, dreams, they feel real while we're in them.
We'll see if Don't Give Up gives up or not.
Something was actually strange. Let me ask you a question. You never really...
2 Brazil guesses here. They're both on top of each other. It's just Pernambuco. Keep it going. Finland guess here from Don't Give Up. I can definitely see that with the double yellow line. Surely it's not Canada. Ilori is going NA here, which is also reasonable. I'm not too sure. Definitely getting a more Scandic vibe though. And Don't Give Up is bang on. Bro refuses to give up. He takes his first game of the tournament, and unfortunately for him, because he wants to sleep, he's gonna have to compete in round 2. GG's to Ilori and Don't Give Up. That was a quick one. Nice contrast to the extended matches we had previously. And we will be circling back to Knowledge and Joey Spielt. Can we get Knowledge back in the lobby? And Joey, if he's still around. Knowledge is here, okay.
Open the pod bay doors, pal.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
Orange says plans to play quickly and sleep earlier. Yeah, it's a good idea. That to keep the tourney short. Alright, Joy Spielt is live. Thank you very much, folks. We only have a couple matches left in round 1. Get it going. We're in what appears to be Mexico to my untrained eye. Could very well be the US as well. Actually, that makes so much more sense. It is just the Midwest. Nebraska and Joy Spielt is somewhat closer. Go to round 2. Lubek predicts this one to go 20 rounds. I pray to every god in existence that he's wrong. I would hate to see it. Round 2, incredibly red soil. We have a, I'm not sure what that was, a Goiás guess there from Knowledge. I'm not sure. Joey Spielt, also going near Brasilia. On the border of Minas Gerais and Goiás. Knowledge letting this one ride out. Oh, he's locked and he's closer. It is just Max West Goiás. Joey Spielt taking some damage. Alright, we have Germany guesses here from both our participants. Joy Spiel going a bit closer to Czechia. And it is just Max South Germany. Going to round 4. A very red road. Anybody with their zigzag emotes want to chime in? Montana is the call from Armani. Definitely like the look of this round. Very appealing. Colorado guess here from Knowledge, and Montana from Joey Spielt. There's going to be a considerable distance between their guesses, so somebody might be getting some points, and it is Joey Spielt. Indeed, the round was in Montana. That's massive damage as we move into round 5. What is this? Is this ever Spain, perhaps? Not too sure. We'll see what our players decide to do. Wide lines never lie. They're kind of like hips in that way. Okay. Round is half over. No one's plonked yet. We have Joey Spiel going Balg. And Knowledge zooming in on Italy. We'll see who's closer. Again, somebody is potentially making a lot of points from this, and it's Joey Spielt again. The round was indeed in Turkey near Adana. But Knowledge is not yet eliminated, so Knowledge is within comeback range still. Start the round. Not too sure about this one. I'm getting European vibes, but we have a Russia zoom in from Knowledge. And what was it? Slovakia plonk there, I believe. We're out here in Czechia now. Down to Slovenia. I definitely like Slovenia as a guess. I'm not too sure about the ID on that antenna, what that could mean, but 3 seconds left. We'll see who's closer. Knowledge is locked in Slovenia, and it is indeed Slovenia. Knowledge putting the pressure a bit on Joey to actually close out the game. Arpon, thank you so much for stopping by. GG's once again, and have a good one. Alright, we have kind of a ethereal bit of vibe to this round with the blurring and the saturation, whatever you want to call it. We have a Scotland guess from Joey Spielt here, as well as a UK guess from Knowledge. Going more close to London. There's going to be a lot of points given away here, I would say. Could be game. It is indeed game. Joey Spielt taking it. It is on the coast of Scotland, the east coast. And Knowledge, GG's. Joey Spielt taking the game. We are closer with every match to round 2, folks. And our next matchup is going to be Barry the Bee versus Myron. Hopefully Myron is active right now. Barry the Bee is already in the lobby, waiting on Myron. Hopefully bro's not eating. Myron is in the lobby, huge. Appreciate everybody being punctual. Just wait for Myron to show up. Beautiful. All right, we'll get it going. Good luck to everybody. Trees Eric, definitely excited for this one, it seems. I'll get it started. We have what appears to be a Guat, based on my analysis of the car, but I could be wrong. And Myron is closer. Barry the Bee going for a bold guess in North Quad there. W Flores indeed. All right. Round 2. This appears to be the British Isles, if you ask me. Could be wrong, though. We have an Ireland guest from Bury the Bee. Switching closer to Dublin. And Myron, getting similar ideas, going in Scotland, actually. And it is just County Cork. Second County Cork appearance of the game. Is it scripted? By Finbar. We're not sure. Round 3 here. Yeah, I was saying Bury the Bee. I was attempting to say Bury the Bee. We definitely support the bees here. We need them. Colo guest here from Barry. Not sure where Myron's going to go yet. Ecuador. Bit of a discrepancy here. Somebody could stand to gain some points. Barry's locked in. Trees Eric hates the bees. Which is a confusing position to take because all the food you eat would not exist without the bees. Okay, and Myron is closer there, taking some points off Bury the Bee. Yeah, we don't really support the bees discrimination, but you gotta work harder than that to get banned here. We have some support from Myron in the chat. Support for TNT in general. Shout out to TNT. Barry's locking in Spain here, while Myron is in South France as it stands. We'll see who's closer. I definitely like the Spain guess, I would say. And it was indeed Spain. Neither of them was too close, though, and Myron is taking a bit of damage here. Barry's actually taking the lead off of that one. Heading into round 5. We have W Turney in the chat, which is massive. Appreciate the support. One single yellow line in the middle here. Is it Mexico? Is it Philly? Not too sure about this one. The players are also deliberating. 10 seconds left to decide where they want to go. We have a Indo zoom from Barry here. And a Mexico zoom from Myron. This is going to be game. Barry is closer. It's actually Thailand, which was definitely feasible. And Barry's going to take this one. Myron, unfortunately, is eliminated in round 1. GG's to both of them. All right. That's another round 1 game done and over with. Our next matchup is Adams versus Geo Tyler. Geo Tyler, we've not heard from him since we last pinged him, so this might be a forfeit. We'll see if Adams shows up as well. Okay, Adams is in the Discord. GG's to everybody in that last match there. Alright, Tyler unfortunately has not showed up, and I think that will constitute a forfeited match.
Life is great, and at the time I was very scared of
So with that,
and I kind of still am, but like
Adams will move on by default.
satisfied with years of kind of being alone a little bit, and the years of
Unlucky for a Geo Tyler there. There will be many more tournaments though, so it happens. All right, next matchup would be Richie versus Chumley. Chumley also has not showed up since the last ping. Pava's probably loving this right now. Fastest matches of the whole tournament. 0 rounds. Easy. So Chumley is also not in. Bro's probably sleeping somewhere in Italy. So we'll open this one up for Samuel and Lubeck, provided Chumley doesn't show up like instantly. All right, Richie, thank you for showing up, but you will move on by default, and you don't need to screen share for now. All right, our final match of round 1 is going to be Samuel versus Lubeck. Both players are hopefully here now. Samuel is in blue, Lubeck is in red. Perfect. Trees Eric, I'm not sure if you're still here. If you want to supervise Lubeck, that would be huge. But I trust Lubeck anyways. So we will get it going. All right. Coming into round 1 here. One Canadian has been eliminated already. We'll see if the other one can stick around and move on. Would love to see some Canada representation. I'm not quite sure about this round here. Maybe it's Hungary or Slovakia or something. And it is indeed Romania. Lubeck, much closer there in Europe. Samuel with a understandable Illinois guess there. Already on the ropes, Samuel is in round 2. Don't give up. Since you're the only one who's requested so far, I can definitely skip to you first. All right, round 2. We appear to be in Europe again. It could be Italy, could be Belgium. It was actually in Austria, and Lubeck is again closer. That's actually going to be game. Lubeck with the 2 round. And GG's to Samuel. All right. And just like that, round 1 is over. We're moving on to round 2. So, Don't Give Up asked to play first, so we'll do that. So Yannick, if you can enter the lobby. Don't give up. Also, please share your screen when possible. As soon as this match is done, we'll get straight to MK versus Joey Spielt, though. Gio, when is your match? Your match is not for at least 5, so you have time, probably right now. Don't Give Up is in the lobby. We're just waiting on Yannick. Perfect, thank you. Yannick is in. Just waiting on Don't Give Up. Perfect. All right, let's get it going. Round 2, match 1. Here we go. We're looking at Mexico here. A border guess here from Yannick. You can definitely see that. It's flat enough. The vegetation fits. See what Don't Give Up does. A very similar guess. They're basically right on top of each other. In North Tamaulipas. Let the round run out, and it is Max South Tamaulipas, but they are indeed in the right subdivision. We'll move on to round 2. Yannick zooming into the Cape Town area in South Africa. Don't give up, not quite sure yet. Still scanning. Or observing the round. Going more middle south here. Yannick kind of looking at different roads in the Cape Town area, just north. Along Western Cape. And Yannick getting the right region. Put in some pressure and don't give up. We have a claim from Tableau that Yannick is the best ZA player. So far the evidence shows that that may be true. We're not sure. Insta-zoom from Yannick here into Russia, near the Baltics. Don't give up is closer to Moscow, a bit northeast. And it is near Veliki Novgorod. Yannick putting some more damage on Don't Give Up. And we have a round 4 here. It appears to be a Cambo with the red road. We'll see where the players go. A tie guess from Yannick. That would also make sense for the area. And it is indeed just about where Yannick's guessed. Some more damage. Yannick so far flawlessing, heading into round 5. We have an Arj guess from Don't Give Up, but it is actually Florida, and Yannick is on it. That's going to be game. Jeez. Okay, I don't know why I just glitched there. GG's Yannick, and thanks for playing Don't Give Up. Appreciate it. All right, hopefully MK is here, because he's up next against Joey Spielt. MK and Joey Spielt is the next match of round 2. Don't give up, you want to sleep. Completely understandable. Thank you very much for participating. And I hope you have a good sleep. Waiting on both of our players to hop in for the round 2 match here. MK's in. Joey Spielt is in. Beautiful. Just waiting on MK to screen share and join the Game Master lobby. There he is. All right, we're good to go. Our second matchup of the round 2. Get it going. Round 1 here appears to be somewhere in Russia. Might be Ukraine. Feels more Russian though.
Just breathe, breathe in, breathe out. Take in life.
If you're enjoying the stream or the tournament, feel free to follow.
The only thing you can do with your time is just
And exclamation mark Discord if anybody wants to sign up for a future tournament. You'll get any notifications in there. We are in Russia, near Kazan. Round 2.
They don't have to be little things.
Both players are essentially on top of each other there, but more interesting rounds. Get a Hawaii guess from MK. Can definitely see that. I was thinking Brazil, but something felt off, so MK closer on the right island of Oahu. Joey Spielt getting the Hawaii vibe though. Maybe a bit of a hedge, I suppose. Who knows? Yo, Zero. Thank you very much for the raid. welcome everyone. We're in the middle of a tournament. We're in round 2. We got a MK person, or MK, facing Joey Spield Games. This is a 1v1 arbitrary real world NMPZ tournament.
Dude, Ground Jordan says 1v1 right now with no balls. You're gonna take that?
Thank you very much for the follow, Zero. Appreciate that. Heading into round 4.
Dude, Ground Jordan says 1v1 right now with no balls. You're gonna take that?
Appreciate the raid and run. Ooh, sorry about that. Oh, okay, the 0. My bad. Alright, I gotta wait a bit for another shout out, but again, I appreciate the raid and run. MK getting bang on there in Hong Kong. Unfortunately, Joey Spiel was guessing Sumatra. I was a bit distracted there, but that's game. That's a big guess. MK could not flawless there. Joey Spiel got 13 points of damage on him, but MK does move on. And our next match will be Barry the Bee versus Vehicle Ronald. Barry the Bee's in the lobby. Where is Vehicle Ronald? GG's to Joey Spielt. Thank you very much for participating. And I'll actually give you a shout out as well. Actually, we'll get this match going first. I don't want to waste any more time. Barry and Vehicle Ronald are both here, so we'll get it going. Round 1. We have what could be a US or a Mexico, I suppose. Get a Mexico zoom. And Barry the Bee, closer there in Chihuahua. A Baja guest there from Vehicle Ronalds. Both players getting the right country. Based on my shout out there, I might have messed that up, so if any mods want to correct that, feel free. But we have some Midwestern guesses here, an Iowa and an Illinois. Barry is getting within 50 kilometers there in Iowa. Great guess. Region guessing Iowa. Incredible. Maybe I could start the round. That would be helpful. Round 3 here. I'm not too sure about this one. The trees feel a bit... The dirt is given Yucatan vibes, but it was actually Sri Lanka. And Vehicle Ronald is right there. That's game. Quite the guess. And just like that, Vehicle Ronald takes it. GG's to Barry. And our next matchup will be Adams versus Richie. Max North 3, we had a correct call out from Gio Richie there as well. Thank you guys for showing up. Make sure that everyone's screen sharing before we get going. Appreciate that, Richie. All right, here we go. Round 1, we appear to be in, well, based on Adam's guess, we're in BC. I was thinking about a Scandinavia guess, but that certainly makes sense as well. With really tall trees, so it adds up. 3 seconds left. Where's Richie gonna go? He's guessing in the PNW, and it is just Oregon. Both players getting the right idea. Moving into round 2, we have what could be a Brazil or a Mexico, not too sure. We do get a Brazil guess from Adams. We'll see where Richie goes. Adams closer in Piauí. The round was actually in Maranhão. And dealing back some damage to Richie. Coming up into round 3. This round screams Alice Springs to me. We'll see where the players go. Maybe it's more of a NT. We have a WA guess from Adams. As well as a WA from Richie. Once again, glad I'm not participating in my own tournament. They're both in Newman, so clearly they know something. We'll see who's closer. It is Adams. They're both on the right road. Adams getting slightly closer. Good guess. And they are essentially even on health going into round 4. If I had to guess, this would be Peru. But we'll see where the players go. Somewhere in the south of Peru. Adams is validating my guess, as is Richie. They are going closer to Lima, though. Their guesses are very similar. And it is just north of Lima on the coast, near Chimbote. Richie getting slightly closer. Dealing some damage to Adams. Heading into round 5. We have a West Cali guess. Or at least a zoom from Adams. He's not locked in. Never mind, he is locked in. West Cali. And Richie is going in the same area. A bit more south. It is North Sumatra near the Toba Lake. And once again, we're back in essentially even state in terms of health. Both players matched fairly, it seems. You would hope that round 2 yields more fair matches than round 1. Adam's looking at Arge here. Kind of hedging further and further away from the coast. It is incredibly flat. And these poles are something I've never seen in Argentina before. Richie going in the US. We're going to have quite a difference in distance here. And Adams guessing the right country as well as the right continent. He will take the game. Richie, GG's. Richie, thank you very much for participating in the tournament. Adams, good game. Oops, that's wrong. All right, and our next matchup will be Rosalak versus Armani. Looking for our players to enter the lobby. Armani's already in. Appreciate that. Rosalak is in. And it looks like we're good to go. I just got to kick these guys out first. Boom. Look at that. Just pure efficiency. GG's Richie. Thank you very much for playing again. All right. Round 1 of the 4th match, I believe. 4th match of this tournament. Was that? Oh, 5th match. I stand corrected. We're going to be in India for the first time all tournament, I think. Actually, that's incorrect. We had a Karnataka guess. That's the 2nd India round of the tournament. Armani getting the Gujarat vibes. We'll get round 2 here. R1 curse. But what is the curse exactly? What does the curse do? It makes you lose? Or do you win round 1 and then you lose round 2? We have Western Mexico. Guess. Actually kind of central near Mexico City from Rosalac. It is Mexico City. And Armani's slightly further out. Taking some damage there. Nobody will be flawlessing this game. It's the R4 curse, but since multi-start after R1, it's R1. Oh, I see. You take more damage R1 because there's no multi. Bit of reverse psychology, I see. 2 Spain guesses here. They're going to be pretty close. And Armani's slightly closer, dealing some damage. Head it directly into round 4. I see. That curse makes sense now. Okay, we have a Saltillo guess from Armani. Going in northern Mexico. Where will Rosalac go? He's also zooming into Mexico. A bit more of a coastal Tamaulipas vibe for him. Both players are considerably close. And they're almost equidistant from the actual location, which was in Puebla. Rosalac dealing some damage, actually. And we will get some round 5 action. Armani's locking in a Bulg right away. And Rosalac is also in Bulgaria. It is essentially max east. Northeast too. And Armani's dealing some more damage. Round 6. Looks like we're in Brazil. This is Bulg with downtown Turkey. It was indeed Bulg. No turkeys to speak of. We have a southern Arge guess from Armani. And Rosalac is heading down there as well. It was Paraná, near the Argentina border. Rosalac dealing some damage. The game is relatively close right now, heading into round 7. Round 7, we have a European round. I like Austria guess here for sure. I could see anything in Central Europe. Czechia, Slovakia, Austria, maybe even a funky little Hungary. And it was Austria on the German border. Rosalac getting the right country. Armani considerably further away in Denmark, near Odense. Heading into round 8. This incredibly barren round. Every form of vegetation that we see here is just about dead. We have Gen 2 coverage. A northern Za zoom in from Rosalac. Armani in a similar area, kind of near the Botswana border, near Gaborone. And they are both bang on top of each other. It is a bit more east. Not too much damage dealt there. I'm surprised I went this far without confusing my cardinal directions. You have 2 southern Russia guesses here pretty instantly. And it is more on the dry side, but Rosalac is closer. It's not quite enough to eliminate Armani. So we'll move on to round 10. We have, I suppose, a Australia round. Both players zooming into the southwestern tip of Wa. It is a bit closer to Perth, and Armani, hanging on for dear life, puts a bit of a dent in Rosalak's lead. And with that, we'll move on to round 11. Not quite sure about this round. First thought was Russia, but I can definitely see a PNW here, or just the general Western US. Got a Spokane plonk from Rosalak. He switches back to Idaho near Boise. He's kind of hedging for those 3 states there: Washington, Oregon, Idaho. Armani's in Montana, and we'll see who's closer. It is Rosalak. Nobody got the right state, but Rosalak was closer in Idaho, and just like that, he takes the game. Armani is eliminated. GG's. GG's to Rosalak and Armani. Alright, next round will be Gio versus Lubeck. Both players, I believe, are still active, so we'll get them to hop in. Lubeck is already in. We're just waiting on Gio.
Well, dreams, they feel real when we're in them, right? It's only when we wake up that we realize something was actually starting.
Wow, we got some smoke for Armani here from Moose, which is completely uncalled for. Bro's celebrating. Bro's being incredibly disrespectful. Okay, I'm gonna ping Gio. You could potentially win by forfeit here. We are past round 1. So any player who doesn't show up to their game within a minute or so would be forfeiting. But I'll give Gio some time, because Gio was indeed here for round 1. They've been pinged, so time is quickly running out. I'm definitely willing to give them the benefit of the doubt and come back to this match, because we do have 2 more matches left in round 2. Alright, yeah. Gio was here round 1, so I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. And
I'm sorry, Dave.
Lubeck, you're going to have to earn your win if you want it. We'll move on to the next match, which is Zone versus Tableau. Zone and Tableau, feel free to hop in. Lubeck, if you want to supervise Zone, that would be big. Or anybody in the red, just switch over, please. Alright. Tableau versus Zone. We got the 6th match of round 1. Get it going. Alright, folks, here we go. Round 1, we're looking at potentially that sign appeared to be Latvian, but the landscape was more Russian. Novosibirsk guest from Tableau. north of Kazan. It was pretty far west, sorry. That's my second mix-up of my cardinal directions. Zone taking that one. Eliminating half of Tablu's health in round 1. Pretty considerable. Round 2 here. Bit more of a Western Europe vibe. Potentially Germany, Belgium, France. Not too sure about UK. We have a Lux guess from Zone. And it was just Austria. Zone once again closer, dealing some damage. So far flawlessing, heading into round 3. What are we looking at? This could be a similar area of the world, if I'm being honest. Looks like we're back in Western Europe. Belgian guess here from Tablu. I can definitely see that. Potentially French. Although there's no road lines, so it's hard to tell. We do have a French guess from Zone. Kind of Midwest France. And it is Poland. Tablu dealing first damage of the whole game. And nobody will be flawlessing this one. Incredibly broken round here with a POV that's basically me when I wake up in the morning without my glasses. We have a QLD guess from Tablu. Very inland though. Very outbackish. And Zone also going QLD. A bit more coastal. Still pretty central QLD. And Tablu slightly closer. W joke. Holy, this guy has humor. Round 5. Definitely getting an Asian vibe. Potentially Indonesian. Or Philly. Not too sure about the side of the road we're driving on. Or rather, the side of the dirt path we're driving on. Neither player is either. We have 3 seconds left. Nobody's guessed yet. We have an Australia guess from Zone and an Indo. Oh my days. That was a catastrophic last second switch for Zone, who is not out yet, but lost almost all of his points. Tablu correctly getting the country. Kind of a water hedge. Well, definitely a water hedge, but kind of a entire country hedge there. So the tides have officially turned, and Zone is now on the ropes. This game is instantly W content. With a Washington guess here from Zone. And Tablu is in a similar area of the US. They might be essentially on top of each other. We'll see how it goes. 10 seconds left in the round. Zone is locked in Washington, and it is south of Spokane. Zone fighting to stay alive. So far successful. Keeping this thing within striking distance. Round 7 here. We're looking at Brazil, I believe. I could be wrong. I'm definitely wrong. It's Thailand. We do have left-hand drive, which I did not notice. So pardon my commentary. Tablu's locked on Max South Peninsula. Zone is in a similar area as well. Although slightly more north. And he is closer yet again. Ensuring that he stays alive to see another round. Folks, this is the most even nail-biter match of the whole tournament, I'd say. Both players are they have nearly depleted all of their health. This could be the round that makes or breaks it. We might indeed have an upset. Zone is kicking hard and fighting back. A Taiwan guess here on the west coast, kind of central west coast from Tablu. Zone still deciding. Not sure where Zone will go. Last minute zoom, he goes for the same area of Taiwan. This will be a nothing burger of a round. Both players on top of each other. It was just south One of them could have potentially won if they region guessed correctly, but we will move on to round 9, where it appears we have Estonia or somewhere in Scandinavia. Not too sure. The vegetation definitely gives the Baltic Scandic vibe. We have a Swedish guess near the Norwegian border from Zone. Tablu, looking at Finland right now. Shout out to all the Suomi. 1 second left, and Tablu is closer. He will take the game. GG's Tablu, and GG's to Zone, who fought hard and made it an entertaining game for sure. Definitely someone whose force is to be reckoned with. We'll move on to... Well, actually, we'll double check to see if Gio is back. Gio is not back yet. No sign of life in the Discord from Gio. So we'll move on to the second last match of round 2, which is Pav versus Niels. Lubeck is itching to play, but no sign of Gio yet, so I will kick out Tablu and kick out Lubeck. Okay, W prediction. We have Pav and Niels here, so we're ready to go for the second last matchup of round 2. Let me just unban everybody from the lobby first. Here we go, folks. Good luck, good luck. Start round 1 here. We have an Australia round. Both players will probably pick that up right away. Niels, insta-zooming, locking in, NSW. Pav, what is Pav going to do? Also going near Sydney, slightly more inland. They're essentially in the same area. Won't see too much difference in damage. Pav slightly closer. It was actually just North Vic on the border, near the town of Albury. We'll go next round. We have a stretch redeem, which I will take. Thank you very much as we head into round 2. Oh, that was good. We have the most Iowa round ever. An Illinois guess from Niels. And an Arkansas guess along the Mississippi from Pav. I can definitely see both of these. It was indeed Indiana. Which makes sense. Pav taking some damage there. Gio is back. Gio narrowly escaping a forfeit game. So Lubeck will now have to earn his win instead of being handed it on a silver platter. Welcome back, Gio. Your match is next, by the way, after this. We have a Ulan guess from Pav. Very reasonable. We have a complete middle central guess from Niels. Also reasonable. The most barren lock of the whole tournament, I would say, so far. We are in Mongolia, and it is kind of Midwest. Not even. Just like slightly west. Pav dealing some damage. Heading into round 4, folks. We've got 2 Swedish guesses here. One more south, one more close to Stockholm. Niels is closer. It was just north of Stockholm, and Niels will deal almost 500 points of damage. Pav is close to half health. Niels looking strong so far. Although this matchup is relatively even, I would say. Niels zooming into France here in round 5. Kind of a more flat agricultural region of France. Also potentially looking at Poland. Where's Pav gonna go? We're not too sure yet. Niels decides on France, locks it in. Pav also in a similar area, kind of Dijon, north of Dijon, and it is on the west coast, near La Rochelle. Kind of in between that and Bordeaux. Pav taking some damage there. Similar guesses from them both. Round 6, we're looking at a potentially British Isles region. Lock.
Dude, Ground Jordan says 1v1 right now with no balls. You're gonna take that?
Thank you very much for the follow. Appreciate it. Welcome to the tournament. Welcome to the stream. Pav going for what might be an Irish Sea hedge. Pretty based. Welsh guess from Niels. And Pav's strat pays off barely, as it is just north of Belfast in Northern Ireland. Doing maybe a few dozen points of damage. Round 7. We have another Us lock. Shout out to all the Aussies who are watching stream right now. Good call out from Zone there in the last round. We have 2 cyclists here. I wonder if we can region guess these cyclists. Do they appear to be Tasmanian cyclists, Victorian cyclists? Are they tourists? Who knows? A Southern Vic and a Taz guess here. This is going to be a difference in points for sure. And Niels getting closer here. Is that enough? It is not. Unfortunately, I suffer from the same brain rot that Paula does, and I cannot do math. It makes sense because I am commentating. Maybe it just comes with the job. Round 8 here. Pav is somewhat on the ropes now, needing to stage a comeback. And Niels is looking to close out. We are on the border of Northern Territory and Queensland for Pav. He's switching to more inland Queensland, more central northern Queensland. And Niels is looking at probably the same road, I would say. Different region of the same road. Switching roads, closer to Emerald in Queensland. Both players. Oh, Pav, slightly closer there. He's going to do some damage. And he stays alive to see another round. It was indeed in Outback NSW. So they did get the Outback vibe, just the wrong subdivision there. Heading into round 9, we have what appears to be a Korean round. I could be wrong. Could be Taiwan. I'm not sure if I'm analyzing that poll correctly. Both players are going Korea here. A middle guess from Pav does net him some points. Or I should say a middle hedge. This match is definitely a longer one. Love to see it. Good content. Could potentially look at a comeback. Although Niels holds a strong lead as of right now. Round 10, we're looking at potentially Philly. Not too sure. Could be South America. Pav zooms in, and they're both on Java now. Kind of central Java. So there won't be too big of a difference in points here, even with the multi approaching ×2. And Pav, bang on. Niels unfortunately switched away to Sumatra at the last moment. Pav will take that one. The closest thing we've had to a merchant so far. And even then, that was a long match. It was well fought, well played. GG's to Niels, and Pav will be moving on. Hopefully Gio is still here, because it is now time for the last match of round 2, which is Gio versus Lubeck. I'm going to kick everybody out the lobby. Gio and Lubeck are already here. Beautiful. Love to see it. Appreciate the punctuality. We got W Pav in the chat. Congrats on the round 2 win. And we're ready to go. The final match of round 2, folks. I don't know if a prediction's running, but if a prediction is running, make your prediction now. Doesn't seem that there is one. We have a Northern Colo guess here from Lubeck right away. A East of the Andes guess from Gio. Gio's lining up the road here. He might be cooking something. Gio is indeed cooking. And this is An unfortunate case of the round 1 curse, as Lubeck just explained to me. It has occurred to him. Bit of a self-fulfilling prophecy, unfortunately. Geo insta-locking. I can't even tell where Geo guessed. Maybe Finland or something? Not too sure. Canada. Lubeck is going Segni, and it is indeed in Finland with the double yellow, the cheeky double yellow line in Finland. Very baity. And Geo wins in 2 rounds. GG's to Geo, and thank you very much to Lubeck for participating. One of the fastest matches of the whole tournament. All right, folks. And with that, we are now in round 3 of the tournament. So we'll be looking at MK versus Vehicle Ronald for round 1. MK already in the lobby, appreciate it. And Vehicle Ronald. Just waiting on Vehicle Ronald right now. MK is in the lobby. Can we get a evaluation on how the tournament's going so far? Everyone enjoying what they're seeing? Are they enjoying the commentary? W or L tournament so far? Right. Ronald is in. Trust you'll have to supervise. Both players are in the lobby. Awesome tourney, W tournament. Thank you very much. Appreciate the feedback. Remember to be honest. I'm not asking for free sympathy or support. I would genuinely like to know how you guys feel, but so far I'm enjoying myself. Glad to see you guys are enjoying it too. All right, round 1 of the 3rd round of the tournament. We're looking at Mexico here. Wonder if the players will be able to read those numbers on that highway marker. It's pretty relevant. We have southern and western Mexico guesses from both players. It is Max South Oaxaca. And MK doing some damage round 1. Next round. Round 2 we're looking at, I suppose, South Africa with the left-hand drive and the yellow outers. We have 2 different Cape guesses here, one more eastern, one more western from both players. MK is in the middle of the mountain range, as well as Ronald, to be fair. Ronald, bang on.
You think my money was Irish? Look at the way it's doubling.
Thank you for the resub, Fuss. Appreciate that one. All right, Ronald taking... he's evening out the game and the health bars without Guess and Za. Moving into round 3. Not quite sure about this one. I was getting like a Arj vibe or something, but we have a Guat guess from Vehicle Ronald to start us off. Nobody's locked in though. You gonna start the predictions after this? Okay. W mod Moose. Kenya and Guatemala are the guesses here, and MK is bang on in Kenya. That will be game. 3 rounded there. GG's to Vehicle Ronald. Thank you very much for participating. And MK will take that one. GG's. MK is essentially cruising to a semi-final appearance so far in this tournament. And thank you very much to Vehicle Ronald for participating. So our next matchup will be Adams versus Rosalak. Adams and Rosalak are both in the lobby, which is huge. Appreciate the punctuality. If any of the mods like Moose or Fuss want to hop in the red VC and supervise Adams, that would be much appreciated. But both players are in the lobby, so I'm ready to start the game in 2 seconds. All right. I'll do my best to supervise for now. I'll do my best to supervise for now. Ooh, I can hear myself. Round 1 here. We're looking at... Finland, potentially. Okay. Thanks to everybody for joining the lobby and supervising. We have a Western US guest and a Slovenia here. This is going to be huge already. And that will be game. Adams going wrong continent on a very nondescript round in NorCal. And Rosalak will take that. That's, I believe, could be wrong, but I think that's our first one-rounder of the whole tournament. Crazy one. GG's to Adams. Thank you very much for participating in the tournament.
You think my money was Irish? Look at the way it's doubling.
Eddie OG with the resub. Thank you very much, bro. We got a hype train going. Huge. Okay, and we're stepping into the third matchup of round 3. We got Geo versus Tablu. Geo and Tablu, feel free to hop in the lobby. GG's once again to Rosalak and Adams. Appreciate you guys showing up. And we have our first semifinal matchup confirmed. It'll be MK versus Rosalak. Now we're just waiting on Geo. Geo and Tablu. Tablu is in. Tablu and Geo are both in, so we're just waiting on Geo to screen share. And we'll get ready to hop into the matchup. I was expecting this tournament to take much longer, so the fact that it might end up being only 4 hours is pretty good. Of course, many tournaments are much shorter, so I'll be working on finding ways to shorten everything up for next time, but for our first tournament, I think things are going decently well. And I appreciate everybody sticking around to watch the full thing. It means a lot. Thank you very much. Okay, round 1. We have a Thailand guess instantly from Tablu. I think the skill of the players means we're going to be seeing faster and faster guesses as we progress towards the finals. Both players right on top of each other. It is just the thinnest part of the peninsula here in Thailand, and Geo takes just under 100 damage. Or Tablu takes the damage. Geo deals it. Round 2. We have what appears to be Kenya. Tablu zooming in right away. Geo not too far away after. Just max North Kenya on the Ethiopian border. In Moyale. Both players not quite getting the far north vibe, but both in Kenya. In round 3 now, we have what appears to be a Za, but I'm potentially wrong in that it might be Turkey. That would also make sense. And it is Max East Turkey here, near the Iranian border. Round 4. Let's get into it. This is, I'm not too sure, but potentially American. It's definitely in the Americas. I'm getting like a Texas, Louisiana vibe. Tableau's going for Arkansas, Missouri. Gio's looking at more potentially Oklahoma. Switching over to Texas. 5 seconds on the clock. Who's going to be closer? And it is Gio. It was indeed Louisiana. First time one of my call-outs was not on the table for the participants. I think it's around 5. We have, I'm not too sure, but maybe a Chile with the monochrome road lines. They are normally all white, but at least they're monochrome. Both players trying to line up a road here, looking at their angle. We'll see if anybody can get a 4.9, potentially a 5K, not quite, but they're in the same area, and Tableau is slightly closer. Do a little bit of damage towards Gio. Moving into round 6, we have what could be potentially Uruguay, not too sure. Thank you very much, everyone, for those who participated in the hype train. Massive, appreciate it. We have a Uruguay lock here from Tableau, and Gio is in a very similar area. Not going to be too many points dealt out in terms of damage this round. It is slightly north of both of their guesses. Tableau is slightly further, and will take some damage. Both players still over 75% health moving into round 7. Looking very strong. We have what could be in Mexico or Western US round. Kind of looks like downtown Breaking Bad. It has Arge, according to Gio. The sun is kind of to our west, so it's hard to tell that it was South America for me, but the landscape certainly fits. Salta guesses, Catamarca guesses. Who's going to be closer? It is Tableau, 25 kilometers away, basically in the right mountain range, or the right section of the mountain range, and the right province in Argentina, taking a lead in this game and dealing some damage towards Gio. Round 8, we're looking at a Botswana, maybe a cheeky little Za. GG's Adams. Thanks for showing up and participating. Really appreciate that. Tutume Rhodes is the call-out from Zone, and he's completely accurate with his assessment. Gio getting the same idea and doing a lot of damage to Tableau. That's the first big chunk of damage we've seen this game. Moving into round 9. I agree with Pav. These guys are titans. They are making very good guesses consistently. And all I can say is W content. Pure cinema. We have a very wet Senegal, according to the players, and they're right. We have... Hold on, folks. That's a Murph Spree mention right there. Downtown Baba Garage. Round 10. Round 10, we have what appears to be Scandic. Finnish zoom in from Tableau here. Gio getting the same idea. They're both in the same region, and it appears that they're correct. It is that part of Finland. No damage dealt there. Round 11. Musa offering to gift Pav a sub if he wins. That would be bribery. Not sure about that one, boss. Maybe start the round. Just kidding. I'm not too sure about this round, actually. My first vibe is Atlantic Canada, but I could be wrong. Couldn't be not Canada at all. Our participants are not too sure about it, but Geo is validating my first thought with a zoom into Newfoundland. And a Gaspésie guess from Tableau. Geo getting the right Canadian province. W guess. Tableau taking a decent amount of damage there. And Tableau's now on the ropes, heading into round 12. We'll see if Geo can close this one out. I'm not too sure about this one. Is it ever Mexico? Like a Tamaulipas? We have a Winnipeg guess from Tableau. We've seen a win before on Winnipeg this tournament. Alberta guess from Geo. They are both going in the prairies and completely different sides of the prairies. Who's going to be closer? It is Boissevin. And Geo is slightly closer. No one's going out on this round. So we move on to round 13. "30 seconds on the clock." We have a zoom into Japan. Definitely fits with the low cam here. I like a southern guess. Both going near Kyushu. It is indeed Shizuoka. Somewhat closer to Tokyo. And Geo, being closer on that round, gives him the advantage and actually allows him to take the game from Tableau. GG's to Geo. And GG's Tableau. So we have one more matchup in round 3 of this tournament, which is Pav versus Yannick. Looking for both players to join the lobby momentarily. GG's to Tableau and Geo. That was a really good game, in my opinion. Pav and Yannick are both here. This is our final quarterfinal. So let's get straight into it. No dilly-dallying. All right, 20 rounds.
Dude, Ground Jordan says 1v1 right now with no balls. You're going to take that?
Pierre ML, thank you for the follow. Merci. We have a Romania guess here from Yannick. Pav in a similar area. Yannick is switching to South Romania. Pav appears to be staying where he is. Who's going to be closer? It is Yannick. Indeed, South Romania, basically on the border there with Bulgaria. Sort of the tri-point with Serbia. On the Danube, actually. And round 2. Hop straight into it. This could be, not too sure. I'm getting Albanian vibes, though. Would love to be proven wrong. Pav validating my guess there. Going in Albania. Yannick definitely looking at NMK. He's kind of hedging the border. We don't have an antenna, which I think is relevant to the decision making, unless antenna is Monty, maybe. Could be wrong. I don't want to yap too much about what I don't know, but Yannick again closer there. It was NMK. Pav not too far away in Albania. Moving on to round 3. We have the most Mexican round of all time, potentially. Cacti, dry, hilly. But it could be the Andes. It could be Chile Arch. That's the vibe that Yannick is getting. Pav looking at northern Za. Zooming into Mexico now. We could see some damage dealt here. We could see a lot of damage dealt here. Somebody might win. And it's Pav. Nobody is winning, but Pav just dealt a great blow to Yannick's health. Both guesses there making a lot of sense to me. Very much a 50-50. We'll move into round 4. Pav taking quite the lead. Yannick is on the ropes. See if he can come back. This round definitely confusing me. I'm not going to make a call out here. Oh, I do see the poll now. I can understand the Cali guess from Yannick here. Going near the Bay Area. Pav not thinking the same way about the round and going Greece. It is indeed California, closer to LA. And Yannick. Holy cow. That was the craziest back and forth we had there. 4 rounds. Incredible blows dealt back and forth, and Yannick taking that one. GG's to Yannick and Pav. All right. And with that, we have 3 games left in the whole tournament. Welcome to the semifinals. Pav is being asked if he's on the ZA. I don't think that's the case. That was a difficult round. And GG's to Yannick. Okay, so we're looking at MK versus Rosalak. MK's already in. Appreciate that. And where is Rosalak? Rosalak is in. Beautiful. Okay. Both our players are here for the first semifinal of the day. And we'll get straight into it. No delay. Round 1, we have a ZA. Rosalak looking at a Eastern Cape, close to Richards Bay, now going close to Eswatini, hedging between Eswatini and Joburg, and it is near Polokwane in KwaZulu-Natal, I believe, is the right subdivision. Limpopo, never mind, I'm wrong, but he takes a decent chunk out of MK's health. Going to round 2, we have a easily identifiable Mongolia here, but where in the country is it? It's very grassy. Both players going max east, and it is pretty east. MK slightly closer there, taking some damage off of Rosalak. Round 3, we got an MK zooming and locking instantly in almost said Australia. Maybe I should stop talking. Austria. They both go Austria, and it is indeed in Slovenia. MK again slightly closer. Why is Rosalak allowed to play? I don't know the backstory on many of these players, and they're being supervised. So if there's any history of cheating, it wouldn't apply here. I believe that was MK slightly closer there. He's scripted. Well, he's being supervised by 3 people right now, so if he's scripting, he would have a hard time beating the allegations. MK is locked in southern France, as well as Rosalak. MK is closer. A bit more damage there. Round 6, we're looking at, I would say Thailand maybe. We have an Indo zoom here from Rosalak.
Dude, Ground Jordan says 1v1 right now with no balls. You're gonna take that?
Cribbles, thank you very much for the follow. Appreciate that. North Suma guest from Rosalak, and MK is in Kali. Oh no, he's in Suma as well. MK bang on. Probably in the right Kabupat in there without any info. Dealing a lot of damage to Rosalak there. Round 7. Thanks, Pat, for stopping by and participating. Really appreciate that. MK and Rosalak both locking in near Nakuru. They are indeed on the money. And we'll move into round 8, where we're looking at potentially a Lithuania. Not too sure here. The bollards in the Baltic countries confuse me, but both players going Lith. Essentially central Lith. It was max east Lith, but MK slightly closer. Once again, we'll go to round 9. This is a Brazil, but where in Brazil are we? It's pretty flat. There aren't too many palms or anything. I like a Mato Grosso guess. I could also see MGDS, but my Brazil expertise is basically limited to phone codes, so don't take me too seriously. Shachovi mentor cheating. Well, we can ask the 3 people who are supervising him in Discord, but it appears to be that he's not cheating, as he's losing to MK right now. Moving into round 10. Also, welcome Antec. Start the round. We're in Kenya. Both players going in Kenya. Rosalak is closer. Basically on the border with Uganda there. Moving into round 11. Can confirm through sources there is no cheating happening. Appreciate that, Moose. We have 6 people supervising his match right now. Report that his mouse movements are weird. We can look into it after. And he is way closer. And he'll actually defeat MK. GG's. Okay. Now we have some concerns with his playstyle, so I guess I can ask anybody who supervised if that appeared to be legit. Just joking? Oh, he's not a cheater. Okay, well, don't scare me like that. I have to take everything serious in a tournament format until proven otherwise, so Jesus. Okay. Thank God they're not playing for money or anything. No, we're not banning anybody. Only people we ban are cheaters, but we have no evidence of that. So, okay, Gio versus Yannick will be the final semifinal. And they're both here, so we'll go forward with this game, assuming there are people supervising. Yep. Okay. Perfect. Rosalak legit only 2 bans. Bro, you guys can't play with me like this. I guess it's my fault. I gotta do my background research on the 36 people who are competing in a tournament. My bad for not starting the round. I'm doing my best here, folks. so I'll appreciate any grace you can give me. We have a very wet Senegal here. In between Tis and Tuba. Moving on to round 2 in Brazil. Getting a southern vibe here. Coast guess and a Sao Paulo guess, and Geo is much closer on the coast. That's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. Moving on to round 3. W Glaze from Fussy. Appreciate that. Geo once again closer in Croatia.
Dude, Ground Jordan says 1v1 right now with no balls. You're gonna take that?
Yo, Vamp, appreciate the follow. Round 4, we are back in Brazil, it appears. You're not following because sometimes you're just not locked. It's okay. Now you're locked.
Parker, this is Gigi, and I was just calling to see how you were.
Both players kind of going Central Brazil right now.
How being in the ninth grade high school, that just scares me. So, anyway.
Oh, we have a more eastern guess from Geo, I would say, yeah.
Bye. Love you.
There could potentially be a game-changing amount of damage. Yannick is indeed closer. Putting his first real chunk of damage into Geo's health bar. And we'll go into round 5 where we're looking at a Russia. Potentially Omsk is my diagnosis. I don't think it's right, but it might be in the area. Yeah, it's not quite it. It's more in between Moscow and Kazan. Both of our players are guessing there. We have one east of Kazan. It was along the river here, the Volga. And Geo slightly closer there. Yannick is still very much in the game though. Rosalak my goat in finals. Okay, we have very contradicting opinions of Rosalak here, but we'll take it. Yannick going for a Poland guess while the round is in Netherlands and Geo correctly getting it, which means that our second semifinal is over. Geo has taken it. GG's to Geo and GG's to Yannick. And just like that, folks, our final is determined. Rosalak, please join the lobby. While everybody is here, and I know that you guys are going to stick around for the final, I'm going to take a bathroom break. Give me 2 minutes. I'll be back. You can enjoy the music I've selected for you guys here today. 2 minutes. Probably less.
Life is good. Life is great. And at the time, I was very scared of scared of dying, and I kind of still am, but like I'm satisfied with years of kind of being alone a little bit.
All right.
In the years of trying to find somebody to blame or find myself to blame.
Here we go, folks.
Just hate about
This is the moment.
I found
This is the moment you've been waiting for. This is the final of the ground.cord Alpha V1 tournament. We have Gio facing Rosalak in the final. I don't have anything else to say, guys. I'm ready to get into it. This is for all the marbles. $100 prize pool at stake here. Who's gonna win 75? Who's gonna win 25? Who's gonna win? Period. Who's gonna win? Round one. Let me just make sure that both players are screen sharing. Okay, perfect. We have the entire population of Churchill, Manitoba supervising Rosalak's match. Great one. Love to see it. You get a stretch redeem from Egghead. Loki, I needed that. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. All right, we have two Iberian Peninsula guesses here from both players. Kind of going Basque Country, Pyrenees, one South France, one Spain, and it is actually Italy. Gio taking the lead here after round one. Heading into round two. Not too sure about where we are. Is this low cam? I can't tell whether it's Gen 2 or low cam, but we have a insta-lock from Gio here. Final is best of one. Everything best of one. For the first tournament, just because we're testing it, I'll do best of one everything. And Rosalak, a little bit closer here in southern France on the border with Spain. So far every round has been in Europe. We have another one of those here. Looking at, could be East Russia, I suppose. Might not be Europe. We have insta-zoom from Gio going north of the western Kazakh border. Kind of close to Kazan. Rosalak is in Kazan, essentially. He's locked. Gio is close to Ufa, sorry. And Gio is indeed closer. Taking some damage off of Rosalak yet again. We'll boot up round 4. We're looking at, I believe, Scandinavia. Potentially Finland or Sweden. Maybe it's the Baltic country. A St. Petersburg lock from Rosalak here. And a Polish lock from Gio. Rosalak is much closer and does a chunk of damage. Taking away half of Gio's health there. Just on the Finnish border, essentially in Karelia. Moving into round 5. We have what could potentially be a Malay round. Not too sure. Maybe it's Thai. Doesn't strike me as Thai though, with the road lines. An insta-lock from Gio. Rosalak taking his time. Going North Malay on the mainland side. Gio, much closer there. It's not game. It is not game. Although, it is quite the region guess in Malaysia. And Rosalak, just like that, is on the ropes heading into round 6. It's heating up, folks. It is heating up. Rosalak going Poland. Potentially a home country bias there. Might be taking advantage of that. He's locking it in. Central Poland, a wedge hedge. Gio, still undecided. 6 seconds on the clock. What will we be seeing here in round 6? A Romania guess. And Rosalak is in Poland. Folks, that is enough. That's game. Your winner of the ground.cord Alpha V1 is Rosalak. GG's. just like that, it's over. I will open up the floor now to Rosalak if he wants to hop in for an interview. If not, all good. Let me just set this up real quick. That was a crazy game. W tourney indeed. Appreciate all the messages. Huge GGs. Kind of springing it on at last second, so I'm not gonna expect an interview, but in the meantime, I just want to say thank you everybody who showed up to the tournament. My name is Ground Jordan to everybody who's new here, and I've been invested in the Geo community for like the last 9 months, really consistently. Looking forward to going to the World Cup in September. So if any of you are also going, I'm looking forward to meeting you there. But and we have confirmation there will be no interview today, at least. But yeah, again, this tournament is just one of the ways I wanted to give back to the community. And we have an offer from Eddie. If anyone needs a ticket, you can hit him up for the World Cup. But yeah, I'm looking forward to running more tournaments in the future. I'm just going to take my Twitch check and turn it into the prize pool. You know, we're going to give back to the community in every way that it's given me a purpose and a reason and a sense of community. I feel very included. And yeah, bro, I don't have much else to say. I'm very grateful to all of y'all for popping out and supporting my effort here. With that, I don't have anything else to say. We are in the middle of Guess and Give, the 48-hour streamathon that the team of Guess and Give has started. So I'm going to raid one of the people as soon as I figure out who's streaming right now. But yeah, once again, thank you everybody for showing up.
Dude, Ground Jordan says 1v1 right now with no balls. Are you going to take that?
We are going to take that. Actually, maybe don't show my stream info. Maybe I'll go on here. Who do we raid? Thank you to Sword Slicer, Pav, everybody who's showing love, everybody who participated. Thank you to Chumley for giving me info on how to help set up a tournament and giving me links to create a bracket, etc. Everybody who's offered me resources and helped in any way. Thank you to Arpon and Sword Slicer who both streamed their prep for this tournament as well as potentially their own games. Is Sean Champagne streaming? Who do we have? A homesteading hoser. Actually, I'll raid Sean Champagne. He's the Ottawa boy. You know, he's a local. We love Sean Champagne, so I'll give him a raid. All right, folks. Yeah, that's all I got for today. That was the ground.cord Open Alpha V1. There will be a Beta V1 after I come back from the World Cup, and I'm looking forward to running more tournaments. But for now, that's all from your boy. I might go live tomorrow for a bit or later today, but that took a lot out of me, so we'll see. Again, I'm very grateful to everybody who showed up, all the subs, all the people who participated. What if I run it to Greek letters? That's not how it works. It's alpha or beta. That's it. Beta is the testing one and alpha is the pre-test. So we'll be tinkering more, but that's about it. I'm going to raid now, so peace everybody.
Again. Too hilly for Finland, no? What are those big mountains in the west? Yo, Ground Jordan.
Ground_Jordan